Hello everyone, Mr. Love here, coming to you from the Diesel Shop. Today we're just going to take a quick look at some auto darkening welding helmets, show you how to change out the batteries, how to change the lenses and stuff out, and how to do an overall setup for them. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, for the ones that are unfamiliar with welding helmets, we have two main categories here. We have a fixed shade and an auto darkening one. So benefit to the fixed shade is you don't have to worry about batteries. You don't have to worry about any adjustments. It's always ready to go. The downside is it's always the same shade, which is really dark. It's hard to see through unless you're looking at a really bright light from the actual welding process. So even if I take my bright flashlight here, it's really bright. I put down behind here, you can see we just have a small little glow going through there. So I could look directly at the sun wearing this helmet here the way it is right now. My next type here, it's an auto darkening helmet. So this one here, I could see through at all times. So you could actually see through there right now. You can see my fingers behind there through the actual lens there. Okay. What makes this darken is when it senses the welding light, then it's going to instantly darken for us. Okay, here's a quick example of my helmet over the camera here. So you can see I can see through there nice and clear down through there. And it's going to darken when I see a bright flash in front of there. So I'm going to use this flint, strike this flint. You can see that it darkens instantly in a millisecond. It'll darken right up for me and stay dark the whole time I'm welding. Okay, so there's tons of different types of welding helmets out there, all different price ranges, ranging from $40 at Harbor Freight all the way up to, thousands of dollars, ones with built-in respirators and stuff like that. So the one we're going to show you today, this is kind of a mid-range professional one here. This one's $350. This is the Miller Digital Performance. So we have a brand new one here that we just got in, 350 bucks, and we've had multiple ones over the years. So this is our sixth or seventh one that we've had here, and here we have some of our older ones that we have here. I'll show you how to change out the lenses and stuff in these. We also have some cheaper ones that we use here at the school. So this is a regular Miller Classic Series. These ones you could find for 100 bucks to 150 bucks. Over here we have a Cellstorm and an ESAB Savage one here. So both of these are about 150 bucks a piece. So our Miller Digital Performance, it's going to be on the higher end for what we use here at the school, but hands down, it's my favorite one that we have here. The ease of using it, the simplicity of changing out all this stuff makes this a terrific welding helmet, especially for around here. We have about 60 students a day through here. Not all of them are welding all at once, but we have 4 or 5 kids welding all at a time. So this is a great helmet, really holds up over the years. Some of these other ones we've had for over 10 years here, and they're still holding up good. We just change out the batteries, change out the lenses and stuff in there, but the whole, helmet and stuff hold up really good. Okay, so first of all, I'll show you how easy this one is to tear apart. That way, then we kind of see how it works a little bit. Before we get into that, we kind of see we have adjustments over here to loosen up our headgear, to move it at different angles. We have an adjustment on the back here to widen and tighten our headband right there. Plus there's some other adjustments here so we get it to fit our head. I'm good on there. We have a little sweat rag across the top. Then we have our main screen in here that we'll see a little better here in a minute once I pull it out of there. Okay, for this style right here, it's really nice and easy to take apart. There's 2 little push buttons on the front. You just push these little push buttons in, and this whole front lens part will pop right off. So that's the cover for the lens. That's the actual lens that we'll change out here in a second. Then we look down below that, we have our actual screen and everything that's down inside here. So we just push on the little tabs and we pull that out, and now we have the whole thing out within a matter of seconds. Some of these other welding helmets we have, you're fiddling around with them for 10, 15 minutes to change out the lenses, but these ones, that's what I like about these, especially here at the school. Okay, so we'll come back to this part here in a minute. Okay, so this is kind of just the empty shell here now. There's not really anything else to do here. We can change out the parts on the headband and stuff. We change out these little sweat rags and stuff all the time. You can change out the whole little headgear. What I like about the Miller series of welding helmets you could always find the parts for. Like I said, these ones are 10 years older, and you could still, get the parts every day for them. So makes it really nice. Some of the other ones we've had here in the past, they're really hard to find the lenses and stuff for. You got to find other lenses from different companies, cut them down a little bit. So real pain. So that's why we really like these Miller ones here. Okay, so if I wanted to change out this outside lens, so this lens here, it's not a magnifying lens or anything. All this does is keep the splatter off our screen right here. We want to keep this nice scratch-free, pit-free. That way we could always see through it nice and clearly. Okay, so this is an expendable item, this outside thing right here. So to take out this screen here, we just pop it out of its little thing. We discard the old one, and then we could get a brand new one opened up and throw in there. Okay, so I just pulled the protective covering off my little lens here. Now I'm just throwing it down inside its rubber grommet here. Try to just grip the edges so you don't get fingerprints all over it. Okay, so now we're popped down back in the rubber there. Nice, easy peasy. So when we go put this hat back together, we can just throw that down in there, throw the other cover on. So we'll set that off to the side for now. Okay, the other one that we could change out is on the inside here. So this one doesn't get as damaged as much, but we still change them out so we can, see through there nice and clearly. Okay, so again, this one kind of just slides out. And again, you just discard it off to the side there, and we grab our brand new one there. We're gonna unpeel it and slide it in there. Okay, so I got my lens all unpeeled. Now we just slide it back into its little grooves right here. Okay, that's all there is to that one. If I wanted to change out the batteries in here, down here at the bottom, there's just these little pull tabs. I pull in the little pull tab, pulls out, that's where I could change out my battery. So it takes 2 batteries in here, one on each side right here. So just these batteries right here, go right inside here. Okay, so let's take an actual little closer look at our actual lens. So here's our viewing window here. So we could get different size viewing windows depending on the welded helmet. Some of them are gonna be, 4 inches by 3 inches like this one here. Some of them could be 4 by 4, some could be 6 by 6, depending on what we wanna do, how much viewing window we have. We could also change out the lenses that we put in here. We could have magnifying lenses. So if you need reading glasses or something, or prescription lenses, you could also put those in there. Up on top up here, we have a solar panel. Okay, so our welding process gives off ultraviolet light, gives off infrared light that, charges up our solar panels here. So our solar panel here charges up our batteries. We could also change out our batteries if we're not, doing a lot of welding and sitting around a lot. Okay, over here on the back side, this is where we have all our little functions and stuff like that. Okay, so first of all, we have a power button. We can turn it off and on. If I hold it down, it'll turn off. If I press it, it turns on. Next thing you see, I got a mode button right here. This mode button changes it to all the different functions. Okay, so right now we're in the weld mode. I could click it. That takes us to the cut mode. So if we're using a cutting torch, or I could take it to the grind mode. Okay, we're back at the weld mode. Okay, so you can see our first number right there. That's the shade of our helmet. So we could adjust our shade by going lighter. So like a shade 8, that would be for like a plasma cutter. We go darker to shade 10, that'd be like a MIG welder. And we go up to like 13, that'd be for some heavy duty arc welding. Our next number over there, that's our delay. We can make the delay shorter or longer. That's how long it takes for the light to turn off and turn back on. Okay, so we could have a long delay in there, or we could have a short delay. Okay, then our last little number over there, that's the sensitivity. So the sensitivity, we can make this more sensitive. Right now we're at 1 for sensitivity. So what that would do, that means that this would stay dark until we had a weld flash right in front of it. If we made this more sensitive, we could have it so like even looking up at the light or something inside the shop would make this auto darken. Okay, so we could go more or less. Okay, so that's really all about there is to it. There's not a lot of different functions to welding helmets. Just the basic functions here that we have to worry about. is the darkening, selecting the proper shade of the helmet, our delay that we have to mess with sometimes, and our sensitivity. Okay, so let's reassemble our helmet here. Okay, so we have our actual screen portion here. We just changed out the screen on the back of it here, the lens on the back of it here, and now we can just pop this back in. So we just pop the bottom in, and now we can pop the top in. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, next we have our other outside protective lens. We could take that and we could stick it right down inside the holder right here. Nice, easy peasy. We stick the bottom in first, then we take the top and we lock that in. And that's all there is to it. So now we got nice clean lenses in there. We could have had the batteries changed out and everything. We could do all that, pretty quickly. So that's what I like best about these Welding helmets right here. So again, this is one that's probably about 10 years old. This is a brand new one straight out of the box right here. Okay, everyone, I'm just over here at the welding table here. So you can see I need to grind it down anyway. So I'm just going to weld right to the table. So without a welding helmet or anything, we got the extremely bright blue light there. So that bright blue light could do irreversible damage to our eyes. So we need to wear a welding helmet. So when we're using a MIG welder, we need at least a shade 10. And if we're using a stick welder, we need at least a shade 12 or 13 on there. Okay, so here I have my auto darkening lens over there. So you could kind of still see the, all the work and stuff in front of you. It's a little tinted green. So it's probably like a shade 4 or 5 right now. So you can still see through there, still protects your eyes a little bit, but it's not going to protect your eyes from the really bright blue light if it's not on. Okay, so right now I'm set to shade 11. And now when I weld, you'll see that it's going to actually get a little bit darker. Okay, so you could see that it got dark all of a sudden to protect me from that really bright blue light, but then it lightens right back up again instantly. So I can see where I'm working. So if it wasn't an auto darkening one, I wouldn't be able to see my work in between. I'd have to lift my actual helmet face up each time to see my work. Okay, so we had to look at our welding helmets here. We saw how to change everything out, saw how that functioned here. So just if we were going to put one on real quick, obviously we can't have our hat facing forward. I usually just go backwards with it here. You can take it off, put a little cool kid cap on, whatever you want to do to protect your head. I usually just put my hat backwards though. So then we can loosen the bracket up here, put it on our head, tighten it down, and it's pretty loose right now, going up and down. Tighten the sides here and make it so it stays up a little bit more. That way it'll lock up for me or come down. So I could have it locked up like that where I can move quite a bit, or I could have it out of the lock position where I can just put my head down and have it come down. But I can see nice and clearly and everything in my throughout my lens right there. Okay, so we checked out our Miller welding helmet here. We saw how the welding helmet worked. So that's about all there is to cover today. So stay safe and give her diesel.